The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, set.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A good start. One play, 10 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ritter's throw taken in by London. And he showed off the athletic Jude. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Ritter will set up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. On the give, here's Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. Ritter now. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground with Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The Falcons at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
10 cycles.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming down. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Hitting London coming across the field. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Ritter after that pick 6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They go play action with Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 2nd and a couple. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That open man that time, man. He put a little too much heat on it.
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air, and instead he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Okay, right?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Faking the handoff. Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
He's able to get 4 back on the run. They'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Taken in at the 11. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go. Set. Striker. 3-3. Yeah, Lonnie.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Ready. Clock, 10. Smith, red. Set.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Ritter back to throw. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Here's 2nd and 10. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because Those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to attack. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Ritter. Powering forward. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Ritter to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They got the ball now following a big play. Keeping it. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simple and merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Ready, set.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At about the 32.
Drill green. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going play action. Ritter. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell got this complete to Jahan Dotson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now Howell will throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Fourth down. Howell work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Trouble, 38. Set.
First down, here's Ritter. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10, Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Howell looking to throw again. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 35 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set, ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football.
There he goes, right side. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Howell now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line able to keep leverage, able to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, 67 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, that's with a 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ridder will set up to throw it. He's got this to Algier. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Ridder off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. That is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up to decibel level. It's third and long. Powell to throw. Can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's Ritter. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Ritter looking to throw it here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Allen was his consistently productive self for the Commanders' defensive line in 2022. 7.5 sacks, a couple forced fumbles, a big-time leader. No surprise there as he adds another win to his career total.
Back to throw. Ritter. That is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Howell. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to hang